Welcome to the Slow Way podcast, a space where we explore slowing down, finding presence, and living intentionally. I'm Shruti, a holistic life coach and a yoga instructor, and my purpose is to help you clear out blocks that are keeping you from showing up as your best possible self. Together, we will learn to hold space for each other as we navigate through life and explore the depths of what it means to be human. Hello, everybody. In today's episode, we're diving into parent-teen relationship. I feel like this topic is not spoken about enough as much as it should be, given it's a dynamic that's often challenging, but I truly believe that it holds incredible potential for connection and growth. So let's get right into it then. So let's begin by understanding why the parent-teen relationship feels strained during this phase. Teens are navigating huge changes physically, emotionally, and socially. They're trying to discover their identity and testing boundaries because of that. And for parents, this can feel like loss of control and sometimes even rejection. And that is what leads to this huge miscommunication and hurting each other's feelings. And the fact that society has just normalized this conflict as though it is unavoidable. And we hear phrases like, oh, that's just teenage behavior. But you cannot just brush things off under that general blanket statement. While some tension is to be expected, but that holds true for any other relationship, it is how you handle it that makes all the difference. So I would like us to see this in a whole new different light and a different perspective, instead of writing it off as years of inevitable disconnection. What if we use them as an opportunity to strengthen the parent-teen bond? And this is an opportunity for growth, not just for the teen, but for the parents themselves. And with intentional communication and emotional awareness, you can turn moments of tension and conflict into chances for connection. And if there is damage that has already been done, that's okay. Repair is possible. And it is never too late to build a strong foundation again. So let's break this down with a common scenario. Say, for instance, the teen forgets to check in after staying out late. The parent's automatic thought might be, my child does not respect me anymore. And that thought triggers feelings of frustration, leading to an emotional reaction that can sound like yelling or shutting down. And for the teen, the parent's anger might lead to the thought that, oh, they don't respect me or trust me. And that thought triggers feelings of defensiveness or, again, a shutdown response from their end. Now, we can actually train our brain to pause and interrupt this cycle. So, parents, you could identify your thought and challenge it. Is my teen really disrespecting me, or were they just distracted and probably they forgot? And for the teens, you might want to reframe your thought to, is my parent angry at me, or are they just worried because they care about my safety? Now, just by that pausing to reflect, you both can shift your behavior. And instead of yelling or withdrawing, you might choose to have a calm conversation that leads to understanding. Reframing your thoughts and reframing how you construct a sentence, which essentially is a byproduct of how you construct your thought, is huge. And what that leads to is a very compassionate communication skill. I'm very certain you have heard about using I statements instead of you statements that can sound like blame. So we are trying to replace blame with understanding. So, for instance, parents, instead of saying, "You are so irresponsible," how about you try I? So you see how we replaced you with an I statement and say, "I feel worried when you don't check back in because I care about your safety." And by doing that, it changes the tone of that statement. It changes the tone from blame to care. And that is a game changer. So, and this has to be applied both sides. So, even from a teen's perspective, instead of saying, "You're so controlling," how about you try, "I feel frustrated that I am not given more independence because I would like to show you I can be responsible." So, taking blame out of the equation immediately diffuses the whole tension that the conversation holds. And this is such a small shift, but that small shift changes the tone. And like I said, it's not about blame anymore. It's about understanding each other's feelings and needs. And over a period of time, the more you practice this intentionally from a place of love, this approach will build so much trust and connection. And I promise you, even if things feel tense or fractured right now, please remember it's never too late for repair. You can repair a ruptured relationship. Every effort to connect with compassion will help prevent trauma responses. And it will teach your teen how to navigate emotions in a healthy way. And I think that's huge because parents need to model a healthy, emotionally regulated being and model self awareness. Children, they learn by example, and they do, in a way, mirror your dynamic with emotions into their lives. And that's why, as a parent, it is our responsibility to lead by example and show your child how to have a calm and compassionate manner of communication. And what this will do is they will grow into adults who communicate with empathy, who can handle conflict constructively, and eventually lead emotionally sound lives. And I think that's what we see the most around us is just emotionally dysregulated human beings throwing tantrums. Even adults, right? You see the child in them throwing tantrums, the teen in them reacting out of rage. So I feel that this age, this stage of life is so beautiful, and it has so much potential for connection and to grow together as a parent. And for the teen, I think there's nothing more fulfilling for a parent to watch their teen grow into an emotionally healthy and sound adult. And none of us are perfect. You don't need to be perfect. I think what matters is showing up with the intention and being willing to grow together. I would like to leave you all with a gratitude, a very simple gratitude exercise. So, for parents, think about a few things you appreciate about your teen. It could be creativity, their humor, their resilience. And teens, think about a few things that you value the most about your parents. It It could be things like how they support you, how they nurture you, the effort that they put in or care, or anything, whatever you value in your parent. And take a moment to share this with each other. And I know it might feel awkward to begin with, but gratitude is such a powerful way to rebuild and strengthen your bond. Thank you so much for tuning into The Slow Way. And remember, the teenage years don't have to be defined by disconnection. With mindfulness and compassionate communication, you can create a relationship that supports your teen's growth and emotional well being and strengthen your connection. If you found today's episode helpful, please do consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to join me next time for more tools and techniques to navigate relationships and personal growth with care and intention. Until then, take a deep breath, embrace the journey, and let's keep growing together. Bye-bye.